Hello and welcome back to the channel. This isn't the average thing that I do. I normally do cars, reviews, projects, things like this. But as some of you will have seen on my my new videos, I've get a caravan and I've joined a lot of caravan groups. And all I'm seeing time after time, day after day, are the same questions being asked about BE. What's BE? Most people don't know what it is. Some people do. So I'm going to try in the best ways possible, just using some basic examples to explain. So I'll put this on a few of the clubs. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I don't care. If you do, I'm going to try and speak this in layman's terms, in simple facts. With an example of two different cars, I'll go through briefly what BE is, and I'll show you on a few examples that I've got what you need to know and what it is. So we'll switch the phone round now. Bear with this, all I can do is use a spare phone. So, what is BE? Basically, if you've passed your test before 1997, you will get loads of categories. Basically, this is my licence. I didn't pass. I passed my test in 2006. But if you passed your test before 1997, you'll pretty much have everything on here, bar from there downwards. Where is it? You'll not have C. You'll not have CE, and you won't have DE, but you'll have D1E, you'll have... Basically, if you pass your test before 1997, you can drive a car up to 3.5 tonne, tow trailer with it, up to whatever weight you want, which is safe. You can drive a 7.5 tonne vehicle, which is classed as your C1. You can drive a D1 vehicle, which is... there, somewhere, where's it? D1, it'll be somewhere here. There we go. See, which is a minibus. Then you'll also have D1E, which means you can tow the minibus, and you'll also have C1E, which means you can tow with a 7.5 tonne vehicle. Now, if you passed your test after 1997, that's what your licence will look like. This is my partner's licence. She passed her test in 2013. All she can drive is a big vehicle, which is up to 3.5 tonne. And there's a few things where you can drive mopeds. And all these down here are like tractor, mopeds and stuff like that. But we'll not get into that. So that's what most people's licence will look like if you passed your test after 1997. If you passed your... I should have had an example, but I haven't. If you passed your test or have done more categories, that's what it'll look like. But for me, you see, this is an annoying thing for me. I did my Class 2, which is my full C licence, which is that one there. So I've got a C and a C1, which means I can drive any rigid vehicle up to any weight. I can drive any vehicle up to 44 tonne, as long as it's not towed anything or articulated. And also, when I did me Class 2, you automatically get your C1, which is up to 7.5 tonne. Me B, which is my standard car class. And this B1 and A, this is all to do with quad bikes and tricycles. They changed these a while ago. You might find that my partner's licence is getting quite old now. I think you might find, even if you've done your test after 97, you'll have like some dates on your motorbike. It doesn't mean you can go out and buy the motorbike. This code 79 here states it's got to be a 3-wheeled or 4-wheeled motorbike, and these are like moped things. One thing to know as well, I think it was 2003. We're getting into mopeds here off thing, but this code here 122 means if you passed your test after 2003, I think it is, you have to do a CBT to ride a moped, but that CBT lasts you for life. If you passed your test before 2003, you can jump straight on a moped and ride it without L plates and all that, and without doing a CBT. But anyways, we'll not get into that. So that's what BE is. BE, I've done, like I've said, done my Class 2 in I think it was like a 20-tonne truck. But the annoying thing is, my mother, who passed her test in like a Mini or something years ago, she can still, if you look with my licence, I still can't drive a minibus. And I can't tow the minibus. And I can't tow with a C1. That's me BE that I did there. That's the BE, the car and the trailer there. But yet people with grandfather rights can still drive more than I can. I've done my standard car test. I've done me BE, which is me car and trailer, and I've also done me Class 2, which is me rigid, no weight limit vehicle. Drive anything, mobile crane, all that. But yet I still can't tow with a 7.5 ton vehicle. I can only tow up to a 3.5 ton vehicle, which is a bit of a joke. But whatever. So we're going on about BE here now. What it is, basically, it's exactly the same test as what you would do in an articulated lorry, a full CE license, but just in a smaller form, with a smaller trailer, smaller vehicle. Same thing. So what the test consists of is I did mine 2012, don't quote us on everything here. A full demonstration in a testing centre. So you've got to do an uncouple and recouple of your trailer and vehicle, then reverse your vehicle down the side of the trailer, then rehook it back on in the correct safe manner and drive off. Then once you've done that, you've got to do a reverse manoeuvre, which you've got to reverse like through a slalom and then back. So the back of the trailer is within this box. I think you're allowed to do a couple of shunts and I think you're allowed to do a couple of checks if that hasn't changed. And then you're straight out onto the road to do a full 45-minute driving test. I think you get asked some questions as well, which you can get minors on if you get them wrong. And then a full-on driving test. So by any means, do not walk into the BE thinking, "Ooh, I've towed a caravan a couple of times, I will pass." No, you won't. You'll need some lessons just to get up on today's... I don't even know what you've got to do in tests today. I think you've got to do some following of the sat-nav, or... when I was doing mine, I got told to follow signs to a particular place for 10 minutes without speaking. Now I think you've got to follow the sat-nav, and then that's it, you've passed it. One other thing I wanted to go through was this here. I'm hearing people going on about this 2013 rule. What it was, that people are thinking about this 2013, it means they can tow before. No, it doesn't. What it is, they changed BE. Remember, we're talking B. This is BE. After 2013, you can only tow up to 3.5 ton, the trailer. Before 2013, you can tow any size trailer. And everybody's saying, well, you can only tow a 3.5 ton vehicle. How can you? You can only drive a 3.5 ton vehicle. How can you tow more? What it come into light with was what you call down-plated vehicles. So if you've got a 5 ton or a 4.5 ton like van, you can get them down-plated to a 3.5 ton, which gets you around using a tachograph, which also gets you around having to have a C1E to tow it. So them vehicles are bigger, but you do tend to find that can tow more weight. Few and far between, we'll not get too deep into that. I just wanted to bring that one into it for a moment. So what is your standard B licence? What it means, if you don't have BE, if your licence looks like this, you still can tow, but the maximum authorised mass or weight of the vehicle and the caravan added together can't be more than 3.5 tons. So here's an example that I've done, right? This is a Vauxhall Astra, an everyday diesel Vauxhall Astra estate. What you need to do, and this is the same on any brand of vehicle, look, there's a Mercedes one, we'll go through. It's the top weight. The bottom weight is your trail weight. That's the maximum tone weight of the vehicle. But you're looking at the top weight. So what you want to do is use this top weight, which is your maximum vehicle's mass, and then you add it to the one on your caravan, which when I get to it, will look like that. So you see you've got a higher number and a lower number. Use the higher number. That's the maximum authorised mass of the caravan. So you would, by the way, I'm not trying to be a mathematician here. I've already worked it out. So what you would do is, the top figure, 1,860, add 1,500, which comes to 3,360. That's below 3.5 tons. So with this Astra, as long as the Astra can tow 1,500 kilograms, which if you add them up on there, it can more or less, maybe pushing it a little bit, but you don't need a BE to tow that caravan with that. In fairness, you probably would want a bit lighter caravan for an Astra. You'd want something about 1,200. I'm just doing this brief because these are the only two cars I had sitting about to get a photograph of the VIN plate. Now, the Mercedes, this is a Mercedes ML, like the size of a Discovery kind of thing, like a Land Rover, whatever. Now, this one, the top weight, as you can see, is 2,870. Now, you would add the 2,870 to, you get what I'm saying, the 1,500, which comes to 4,370. That's more than obviously 3.5 tonne. Then you need BE to tow. Simple rule, your average everyday car, anything much bigger than an Astra or a Qashqai with a medium/small size caravan, you will need BE. You will not be able to just hook up a caravan onto any kind of big 4-wheel drive. Forget it. You won't be able to tow. So there's a basic review in what BE is. Now, I'll go on to one bit finally. I'll just switch the camera. There's a lot of talk as well about this. They're busy at the moment because of COVID, and there's a few proposals. One of them is because obviously the BE test, you're doing your BE test alongside people doing the HGV test. So your C1, your C, your CE, all the minibus and bus tests, and the BE. So what's been proposed, which everybody will have probably read this, is they may be going to scrap BE, and they're going to let people go straight in and do their class 1 without doing class 2. I think that might happen, the class 1 and class 2 thing, but I don't know if they're going to scrap the BE. If they do, people like me who spent money doing it will be a bit peed off. But on the other hand, most people who have a partner who, like me, who doesn't have that licence, it's got a plus point, because it means if that happens, I can sit back and have a nap while she drives. I know a lot of people in the caravan and groups will understand what I mean by that. So obviously she's got a perfect excuse now why she can't tow, because she can't. I know I can put L plates on, but I can't be bothered with that. But remember a few things. Since we're out of the EU now, I think that's why they're pushing, thinking they might be able to get rid of BE. So if you have any plans about going over to Europe to tow, if you haven't done, don't get us wrong. These, hold on, we'll go back onto here. These are what I'll show you. Codes are very important on driving licence, and they mean a lot. Like I've just mentioned, that 2013 rule change on BE. Now, you see, I was very lucky. I did mine in August 2012, so I just come in to do my BE before that restriction. It'd be nice to know if somebody could leave a comment below, somebody who's done that BE after 2013. You'll probably find there'll be a code there. Like these. So what I'm saying is what you'll find is if you genuinely sit a test for BE, there'll be another code here, and what they'll do is if they do it, which I very much doubt. So everybody, I wouldn't get your hopes up too much about this. There'll be a code to state that you've got BE through doing a test, or you've got BE through getting it for free off the like DVLA or whoever that are. So the only thing I would say is if you're planning on towing in Europe or towing professionally, like for work, you're better off doing your BE, because if they do decide to give this BE out free gratis to everybody, the people who've done a proper test will have a code, which means if you go abroad, you're fine in this country, but if you haven't done the test, you won't have the category and you won't be able to tow abroad. Whereas if you've done the test for BE, there'll be something on your licence when they ever bring new ones out, if it even happens at all, to say that you can't tow because you haven't done the test. And they'll just simply say that's only valid in the UK and not valid over here. So another reason to do BE. And a third reason, even though it's a lot of money and a lot of hassle, it's good to have. It's good experience. It's not big or clever to just... I mean, people are going to be passing that test at, say, 17. People with money, this will be. Buying a Discovery or something huge like a Range Rover, banging a twin axle caravan on, and away they go down the road. They've never done no training, they haven't got a clue. There's going to be serious accidents. I personally don't think it'll happen for that reason. That'd be the whole point to put this into place, is there was people just hooking up these huge caravans to big cars, and away they went with no experience, and there was serious accidents. Second of all, there's people who run businesses doing BE. They can't just shut everywhere down overnight. It's just not going to happen. And the third reason is, yeah, I know they only make, £115 a test, but add that up to everybody who does the test. DVSA do not like losing money. I don't think they'll do that, just because it's busy. So, not build my hopes up on that one. So there we go. That's as best as I can explain what BE is, what it does, but I'm sick of seeing the same things asked. Do I need BE to tow a caravan with a Ford Cougar? Do I need BE? Just go onto YouTube, type in what's BE. I'm sure thousands of people have done this, and it'll help you. It really will help, but at the same time, a lot of people are just hitching up these caravans to big cars with no idea. And you're on your merry way, on your holiday, with your family in the car, in a good mood, looking forward to having enjoying your holiday, and you get stopped by PC Plod. They stop you, they'll find you're not insured, because you haven't got the licence to do that. There's 6 points and God knows how much fine. Then you get another 3 points on top of that for not driving in accordance with your licence. And then another fine. So that'll certainly put a damper on your holiday, getting 9 points, and God knows how much fines, your car taken off you, the caravan taken off you. So if you look into this before you go buying a caravan or a car, you need to know where you stand on this. So there we go. Hope this helped. And this isn't my normal thing. I do not profess to be a professional in any of this, but I'm just doing this to help people. 16 minutes of your time. It might save you. You'll put something on Facebook and you'll get about 500 comments all saying different things, and then at the end of it you'll be still sitting there scratching your head wondering what's what. I tend to find a quick video helps. So thanks for watching. If you like this, like, comment and subscribe. I am putting some caravan content on my channel if that's what you're interested in. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.